pain. A bee can't teach a fly to make honey. Sharks don't swim in the lake. You can't expect a monk to make money. Some things go hand in hand, like sweet tea and lemonade. I love the beach, so you walked in the sand. But at the end of the day, I can't make you love me, but I try.
Prophets and Outlaws started in high school, where I met Stephen and James.
My brother James and I had just played a prayer service, and a couple months later he was playing a seniors only concert and needed a guitar player.
We got together and started playing shows, and after college we started to take it more seriously and get better gigs, so we started a band, Prophets and Outlaws. It was combining my love of country music and Stephen's southern rock guitar playing and roots and James's rock nature, and that's Prophets and Outlaws. I liked being in the studio and doing those first 5 records. We learned a lot, got a lot of perspective, I think, for what it's like to be in the studio. But the downside is we never got to spend very much time in there because we're always on the clock. But then the most recent record, Gettin Down, we did here at Rambling Rose, where we had full control and no real time limit, and it just changed the whole experience.
You can't put how luxurious having a drum set up and mic'd. You can get to the creative process much more quickly. I think that helps everybody.
This will be our 7th record, and this record's a little different. We started with really deciding on our own what songs we wanted, and then we got Mark involved.
First time I saw Prophets and Outlaws was at Lava Cantina in Dallas. My buddy Russ Berger had clued me into the music and said, hey, I met these guys, you ought to check them out. And I love the songs, I love the recording, I love Matt's voice. But when I went to see him live, there was a lot of stuff going on. It was part R&B, it was part country, it was part southern rock, it was part soul band. I don't think I've seen a band quite like that in a long time.
Our live sound, we always try different things. There's no pressure, and we just try to get the best thing every night. And that's how we've approached this record. We just go in, we record live, we feed off of each other, and we see what happens.
A couple of songs on the album that I think show the diversity of the band are Heartache for One and Stranger. 2 completely different songs. Heartache for One, from a structure point of view, is more of a pop song.
Heartache for One is lyrically one of my favorite songs Steve and I have written in a while. It's kind of echoes a relationship maybe all of us have had in the past, one way or another, where you're really the only one putting any effort in and they're crushing you. And the way we did this album, kind of with more of a live, organic feel, it really lent itself to these lyrics in this song.
I can't make you love me, but I try. I pray for the stars to align. You've always been my body, but I've never been your Clyde. I guess it's moving on time. I can't run from this heartache for one.
And another song I really like how it came out is Stranger Playing My Guitar. That's another song that we've been sitting on for a long time. Steven wrote it, I don't even know how long ago, but it's taken on a life of its own over the years.
Stranger is a completely different direction, which has kind of a lonely, man out on an island kind of vibe, right? Which I like. And it has a resolve that kind of completes the circle. It's just a great song.
I've always had a plan of who I'm supposed to be. Well, that man in the plan, it sure ain't me. I lied to my friends so they think I'm doing well. Do they see the pain in my eyes? I just can't tell. The man in the mirror has seen better days. He smiles fading away.
For this album, we used Danley's TDH-3 studio monitors. That speaker became part of the band for this album. The entire project was recorded in this open format space to where the band either has headphones on or they're listening back to the speakers or a combination of both. It's important that you have a monitor that what you hear on the floor in the studio is the same thing what you hear coming back out of the speakers. There can't be a disconnect there. While that sounds simple in concept, there's just not a lot of studio monitors on the market that can achieve that. The ability to what I hear in the room on a guitar part, on the drums, on the vocals, and then to hear it back on the speaker in real time and it's the same thing, that speeds up our process tremendously.
There's a lot of great studio monitors, but what I love about the Danley speakers is how they translate everywhere you go. I've been in studio sessions where you think things sound good, you leave, you listen to it, and it just doesn't quite sound right. You can't get the EQ where we wanted it, and that's never an issue with the Danley speakers.
Sometimes I think I should just leave this town, make a fresh start where no one knows I've been down. Then I'd be running from my dreams, family and friends. I guess you change what you can, start making amends.
There's a lot of choices on the market when it comes to studio equipment. And you know what? Arguably, economics is important. Everything you buy can't be expensive, right? When you put the Danley TDH-3, for example, next to other monitors that spec and sound in that caliber, they have figured out how to do the technology in a way that allows them to make money as a company, but doesn't break the bank for the customer. And that's important, whether that's today, 20 years ago, or 20 years from now. Anytime you can make a product, especially here in America, that's affordable, that's a win for everybody.
The style of music I love and the style of music I play really lends itself to these Danley speakers. They're beautiful, number one, they sound incredible, the range is awesome, and they really elevate your experience when you're playing back a track, and they're just wonderful.
I've always had a plan of who I'm supposed to be. Well, that man in the plan, it might be